So y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or HIV, right? So today I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else. And I about Soldier Boy, y'all gotta give him a little bit of latitude because he a victim. And his booty been ran through quite a bit. They was playing sex tape, and then the owner of the house pulled out Soldier Boy tape. That's why he's always able to call other niggas on being a swish. Birds of a feather flock together.
Not Jaguar Wright stepping in and publicly backing Gena as she pushes for answers about the person she believes may be connected to her serious health situation. For years, Gena reportedly dropped several clues about who she believed was involved, but she never felt ready to name anyone directly. At first, she even denied knowing how the situation happened. Whenever interviewers brought up the topic, she would quickly move past it, making it clear that this was one conversation she did not want to have in public. But Jaguar Wright is now saying she refuses to stay quiet. According to Jaguar, she does not agree with Gena keeping the person's identity private, especially because she claims similar concerns have followed that same individual within the entertainment industry. However, these remain allegations, and no claim should be treated as proven without reliable evidence. Jaguar appears to believe that Gena sharing her full story could bring more attention to the situation and encourage a proper investigation. Still, any legal action would depend on verified facts, credible evidence, and the appropriate authorities, not online claims alone. Now, in case some people don't know who Gena is, she's a Brooklyn-based Instagram model who went viral after speaking publicly about her serious health diagnosis. Gena claimed her condition was connected to private Hollywood gatherings she had attended, where she suggested that health and safety were not always treated as a priority. Those claims remain her personal account and have not been independently confirmed. According to Gena, people at some of these gatherings allegedly made risky choices without fully considering the possible health consequences. Later, she revealed that she had tested positive for HIV, and the situation became public around March 2022. That was when Gena went on TikTok and explained why she had reportedly been spending so much time in and out of the hospital. She says she was tired of keeping such a painful part of her life hidden and felt ready to share what she had been dealing with behind closed doors. For Gena, speaking publicly appeared to be a way to finally release something she had carried privately for a long time.
For my peace of mind, my sanity, and my clarity, this has been nagging at me for a while, and I've rushed it away. But there's so much stuff that has come up, and there's things that, I was exposed to some things, and it's so hard to say stuff without.
In her own words, "I think it's about time I get it off my chest so that I feel better. The truth about why I've been in the hospital. Unfortunately, your girl contracted AIDS, and for anyone saying that a pill should take care of everything, it doesn't. I've been through hell, and I'm still going through hell." According to Gena, her doctors believe she may have been living with the virus for roughly 8 to 10 years, based on how seriously her health had already been affected. She explained that this was not a minor health scare. Her condition had reportedly become extremely serious, and she was facing a difficult road to recovery. At first, Gena said she did not know who may have passed the virus to her, but as time went on, she began making certain comments that caught the internet's attention. People quickly started putting clues together, guessing names and trying to figure out who she might have been referring to.
Then, in 2023, Gena revealed that she felt more confident about who may have been connected to her diagnosis. She described the person as a famous man she had been involved with on and off for years and said she had real feelings for him. Gena also claimed that she had previously spoken with authorities regarding a serious personal incident involving that individual. She added that comments he made during an interview about health-related topics brought back difficult memories and pushed her to look at the situation differently.
Report claimed that he gave you chlamydia?
Yeah. So he was my only sexual partner, and I was a virgin, so who could have given it to me, a ghost?
Yeah.
And I literally told him that, too. I was like, so who gave it to me, a ghost? At the beginning, I had denied that he gave it to me to him because I was so afraid of how he reacted every time before when I would bring up STDs to him.
Still, Gena made it clear that she did not want to publicly reveal anyone's identity without solid evidence, especially because she said she wanted to address the matter through the proper legal channels. But the internet rarely waits for confirmation. People immediately began investigating, sharing theories, and connecting different clues, even though none of those online guesses proved who Gena was actually talking about. After Gena shared her story, one of the first names people began mentioning online was Diplo. And this is where TikTok users went into full detective mode. A TikToker named Shelly August posted a video claiming that she recognized Gena from one of the viral clips circulating online. According to Shelly, she believed she had seen Gena before, but under unusual and very private circumstances. Shelly claimed that Diplo had previously shown her personal footage allegedly involving himself and Gena. She also suggested that the footage showed behavior that may not have included proper health precautions. These claims have not been independently verified, and they should not be treated as confirmed facts. Shelly said the situation left her deeply concerned because she claimed that she had also shared a private relationship with Diplo without always taking the recommended safety precautions. Once Gena publicly revealed her diagnosis, Shelly said the news immediately raised serious questions for her. According to Shelly, she then went through several rounds of health screenings and sought emotional support to make sure she was okay and to process the stress surrounding the situation. But the online controversy did not stop with Diplo.
It got back to him from someone else.
So how did you find out you had chlamydia? Like, did you have symptoms, or did you just get tested and up?
The first time I had sex with him, I had a rash from
Rug burn?
freaking rash from hell. The first time I had sex with him, it was like a horrible infection that ended up just being like a yeast infection. I got tested both times within a short amount of time.
As Gena's story gained more attention, social media users began pulling other major celebrity names into the conversation. People pointed to details Gena had shared about a difficult period in her life, including her claim that she experienced housing instability while living in New York. Since online discussions had already linked several major cities, including New York, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Miami, to private celebrity gatherings, some users started building theories around her story. Once people heard Gena explain that she had been in a vulnerable position, trying to survive while still crossing paths with famous figures, the internet quickly went into detective mode. Users began connecting timelines, comparing old comments, and searching for clues. However, those theories did not confirm who Gena was referring to, and online speculation should not be treated as proof.
How did he react when you confronted him, or when he found out from someone else?
From someone else, but I had denied it to him at that point, and I was upset that someone else had told him because of how I know how he reacts.
When you were getting intimate with him, obviously you knew that he was also a bunch of just too, right? It wasn't like he was being...
You have to remember that it was under the pretense that he was clean. He kept saying, I get tested as much as a star.
Yeah.
So if you get tested as much as a star, I'm assuming you're clean.
Even before commenting on Gena's situation, Jaguar Wright had already made several controversial claims about people in the entertainment industry. She had discussed rumors involving private relationships, hidden lifestyles, and health concerns among certain artists and powerful industry figures. Some of those conversations also pulled well-known performers into the spotlight, including Busta Rhymes. Still, these claims remain disputed and unverified, and no one's private health status should be assumed based on rumors or social media commentary. There has been no direct confirmation that Busta has any specific health condition. However, rumors about his private relationships have circulated online for years. Some of that speculation gained attention after a former bodyguard claimed that Busta would allegedly spend serious money to have certain men around his VIP section. Still, those claims remain unverified and do not prove anything about his personal life or health. Now, getting back to Jaguar, she also made a major accusation involving 50 Cent and Soulja Boy during Soulja's early years in the music industry. Jaguar suggested that there may have been a private dynamic between them, while Soulja was still a new artist trying to find his place in the business. Jaguar delivered the claim with plenty of confidence and did not appear to hold back, but she did not publicly provide evidence to support the accusation, so it remains an unverified allegation, not a confirmed
confirmed fact. The way she spoke made people wonder whether she had more information behind the scenes, but until actual proof appears, the internet is left with questions and speculation.
Put a very bad light on this person. And I've dealt with cops over this person. Due to sex conduct stuff that I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me this stuff about STDs and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else.
But Jaguar Wright did not stop there. She also made controversial claims involving Meek Mill and Bryshare Gray, suggesting that certain private situations may have been presented as mentorship opportunities. However, Jaguar did not provide verified evidence to support those claims. According to Jaguar, Meek and Bryshare were allegedly heard causing a commotion while leaving Will's home after what she described as an uncomfortable private gathering involving Will and Jada. The story quickly spread across social media, but the details remain unconfirmed, and the people mentioned have not been proven to have taken part in the events Jaguar described. When it came to Meek, some online users initially questioned whether he had been pressured into certain situations. Later, other people pushed a different theory and claimed his involvement may have been voluntary. Those claims also remained speculation. Meek's name was later discussed online in connection with allegations made in a lawsuit involving a major music executive. Still, being mentioned in online theories or legal claims does not automatically confirm that any event happened as described, and the allegations should not be presented as established facts.
And just when the online rumors seemed like they could not get any messier, an audio clip suddenly went viral. Some listeners claimed the recording featured two famous men sharing a private moment, and social media users quickly began guessing who they believed the voices belonged to. However, the identities of the people in the recording were never reliably confirmed, so those theories remain internet speculation. Then there was YK Osiris.
And I don't know how to brush it off anymore, because it's like, what if? What if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life? But hey, you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say. I'll never know. Right? But I just don't like seeing stuff like that. I wake up and it ruins my whole day because I'm like, I don't think about this stuff for that reason, because I don't want to even, I can't do anything about it. I have it now. I'm half blind from it.
Back in 2021, rumors began circulating that a major music executive had invited him to Jamaica while possibly offering support for his career. YK added even more attention to the situation when he reposted a pool photo of the executive with prayer hand emojis. He also shared a photo of himself relaxing during a massage and wrote, "Listening to that ditty, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather." What made the Jamaica trip stand out to people online was the timing. Shortly before the getaway, reports claimed that YK had separated from his record label and may have been dealing with financial pressure. Social media users also suggested that he had sold some of his luxury vehicles to help manage his expenses. So when YK suddenly appeared on an expensive-looking tropical vacation, people immediately started asking questions. The timing sparked plenty of theories, but no verified evidence proved that the trip involved anything beyond travel, networking, or career-related support. If he was reportedly struggling financially, who covered the cost of the trip? That question pushed social media users to keep searching for possible explanations. However, no verified evidence confirmed who paid for the vacation or whether any private arrangement was involved. The conversation became even messier when YK's former partner reportedly posted a surprising claim on her Instagram stories. She told followers, "Stop asking me what happened with my baby daddy. I caught him with a man, okay?" Her statement quickly spread online and added even more speculation about YK's private life. Still, a social media post alone does not confirm every detail surrounding a personal relationship.
Across this girl's story, and she came forward about being diagnosed with it. Now, to my dismay, I also recognized that this is the same girl who Diplo sent me a video of. You can imagine the horror that went through my mind and my body when I realized that this was the same girl who not only do I have a video of her having unprotected sex with.
Other famous artists were also pulled into separate online rumors involving mentorship, private experiences, and health concerns from their younger years. Some of those claims became more popular after an alleged email connected to a controversial celebrity book circulated online. The message reportedly discussed private relationships, supposed recordings, health allegations, and tense family interactions. However, the email's authenticity and the claims connected to it have been questioned, so they should not be treated as established facts. Years later, one artist also faced a civil lawsuit involving an alleged health-related disclosure issue. A lawsuit represents allegations, not automatic proof, and the claims would still require reliable evidence and proper legal review.
According to the woman, Usher allegedly exposed her to a private health condition during their relationship and did not tell her about a reported diagnosis from 2009. She claimed that she later experienced symptoms, received a positive test result, and connected the situation to online reports discussing Usher's alleged medical history. However, these were claims made in a civil case and should not be treated as confirmed facts. As for Gena, her situation was different from many of the rumors being discussed online. Gena has made it clear that she never agreed to have her health placed at risk, and she has continued searching for answers about how her diagnosis happened. Her story involves serious personal claims, so the facts should be handled carefully instead of being decided through internet theories.
Diplo, but I also had unprotected with Diplo. And when I started doing the timeline of, when she said she got diagnosed, how long the doctors assumed that she had it for, I realized that she had already had it, and with him before I had it.
And judging by Jaguar Wright's history of speaking publicly about entertainment industry controversies, she may not be finished sharing her opinions. Whenever new information appears, Jaguar often returns with more accusations, fresh theories, or additional claims. Still, unless reliable evidence becomes available, those statements remain allegations rather than proven facts. And that brings the focus back to Gena, because Jaguar's involvement could change how people look at the clues Gena has shared over the years. Instead of simply repeating old rumors, Jaguar appears to be pushing for Gena to speak more openly about what she believes happened and why she stayed quiet for so long. But Gena's hesitation also makes sense. Naming a famous person without verified evidence could create serious legal problems, especially when private health information and personal relationships are involved. That may explain why Gena has often spoken through hints instead of making a direct public accusation. At the same time, some viewers believe Gena may have kept certain details private because she was still trying to understand the timeline herself. If doctors believe she had been living with the condition for years, identifying one exact moment or one specific person would not necessarily be simple.
Walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. He shaking, he holding my hand. Now, I didn't know it was Busta at first. Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I was looking at the chain and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Jaguar, however, seems to believe there is more information behind the scenes. Her recent comments have made people wonder whether she has spoken directly with Gena, seen private evidence, or simply connected the same public clues that social media users have been studying. So far, neither woman has publicly shown documents that confirm those theories, leaving several important questions unanswered. One of the biggest questions is whether Gena has information that she has never shared publicly. Over the years, she has spoken about different moments from her past, but she has often stopped before giving enough details for anyone to confirm a clear timeline. That silence may not mean she is hiding the truth. It could simply mean she is being careful while dealing with something deeply personal.
Jaguar, however, appears to want more transparency. Based on her public comments, she seems to believe that staying quiet could allow harmful behavior to continue if Gena's concerns are supported by real evidence. But there's still an important difference between encouraging someone to tell their story and publicly identifying a person before the facts have been verified.
Now, he held my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? You know, and then, meanwhile, Buster still got my hand in his hand. And he says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section. You know, you can come in with me if you want.
Some viewers have also questioned whether Gena's older interviews contained clues that were overlooked at the time. People have started revisiting past clips, comparing dates, and studying the way she described certain relationships. Still, edited videos and short social media posts can easily leave out important context. That is why the next details matter. If Gena decides to share more, people will likely look for a clear timeline, reliable records, and information that can be independently supported. Jaguar's role may also become clearer if she explains exactly what she knows and how she learned it. But even if Jaguar does explain what she knows, another issue still needs to be addressed. How much of her information came directly from Gena and how much came from people talking behind the scenes? That difference could completely change the way her claims are understood. Jaguar has built a reputation for speaking boldly about powerful names in the entertainment business. Sometimes she brings up stories that people say have circulated privately for years. Other times, viewers are left trying to separate first-hand information from rumors that have been repeated across the industry. In Gena's case, that distinction matters because the claims involve private health details, personal relationships, and possible legal questions. Some viewers believe Jaguar may be trying to encourage other people with similar experiences to speak up. Others think she could be putting extra pressure on Gena before Gena's ready to reveal more. Either way, Gena remains the person at the center of her own story, and any decision to share names, records, or additional details should come from her. There's also the question of whether anyone else can support Gena's timeline. Former friends, people who were around during that period, or individuals who attended the same private gatherings may remember details that were never discussed publicly. But memories alone may not settle the issue, especially after so many years have passed. If Gena kept old messages, travel details, photos, or medical records, those could help build a clearer timeline. But even then, one document would not automatically answer every question. Investigators would still need to compare dates, confirm who was present, and separate facts from assumptions that have grown online over the years. Another important detail is the timing of Gena's diagnosis. She said doctors believe the condition may have been affecting her health for a long period before she learned what was happening. That could make tracing the exact timeline more complicated, especially if several years had passed and multiple people were part of her personal life during that time.
That game since he was little, just like Weezy.
Yeah.
His booty been ran through quite a bit. Fucking they called him naked. Whoever his big daddy was threw him out ass naked into the hallway. He was walking around in the hallway holding. Has actually appeared on a magazine cover together.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking.
Be able to call other niggas on being a swish. Birds of a feather flock.
This may also explain why Gena appeared cautious whenever interviewers asked her to identify someone. Speaking from emotion is one thing, but making a public accusation against a recognizable figure requires stronger support. If she was considering legal action, she may have been advised to keep certain details private until the information could be properly reviewed. Jaguar's public pressure adds another layer to the situation. While she may believe that speaking out could bring answers, revealing information too early could affect how witnesses remember events or how evidence is handled. It could also lead social media users toward the wrong person before the full story is known. And if Gena has already shared private information with someone she trusts, that could explain why Jaguar sounds so confident when discussing the situation. But confidence is not the same as confirmation. Until Jaguar explains whether she heard these details directly from Gena or learned them through other industry sources, people can only guess how much she actually knows. There is also a chance that Gena has been protecting more than just one identity. During difficult periods in her life, she reportedly moved through different social circles and spent time around people connected to entertainment. That means her full story could involve several separate experiences rather than one simple timeline with one clear answer. Some viewers have focused heavily on celebrity names, but that attention can distract from Gena's own account. Her health journey, hospital visits, and decision to speak publicly are documented through the videos she chose to share. The theories surrounding who may have been involved are still a different matter and require evidence before anyone can treat them as fact. Jaguar may believe that public pressure will encourage more people to come forward, but it could also make potential witnesses hesitant. Anyone with useful information may prefer to speak privately, especially if they fear online backlash or having their words taken out of context. That raises another question. Has anyone already contacted Gena behind the scenes with information that could support or challenge the timeline she has described?
Bill, Bashir Gray left that screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
That was they kids.
If someone has contacted Gena privately, that information may explain why her wording appeared to change over time. Early on, she said she was unsure who may have been connected to her diagnosis. Later, she sounded more certain, suggesting that new details, old memories, or private conversations may have changed how she viewed the timeline. But without Gena explaining what caused that shift, there is no way to know whether she received new evidence or simply began looking at past events differently. That distinction matters, especially when social media users are trying to identify someone based on short clips and scattered comments. Jaguar's involvement may eventually reveal whether another person has supported Gena's account behind the scenes. If witnesses do exist, their information would still need to be reviewed carefully and compared with reliable records. The next question is whether Gena is preparing to share those details herself or keeping them private while she considers her options. As the story continued spreading, people online shared some strong reactions. One person wrote, "Diddy has been out here giving everybody that Diddy dose. You want a record deal? First, you have to sacrifice your immune system." Another person said, "OMG, how many people has he passed this on to? Wow, Hollywood is full of disease and New York is rotten." Those comments show how quickly serious allegations can turn into viral theories, but there is still no verified public evidence proving who was connected to Gena's diagnosis, and private health claims should not be treated as facts based only on rumors, old clips, or social media posts. Now I want to hear what you think. Why do you think Jaguar decided to speak so strongly about Gena's situation after all this time? Do you believe Jaguar has information that has not been revealed yet, or is she connecting the same clues people have already seen online? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who has been following this story. Then click here to watch the next video.